Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is HowFast. It's been a while since I've seen you guys, about a month actually, and a lot has happened over that last month. So let's sit down, I'll set up the camera and we'll have a talk. I want to remind you guys, stick around till the end for some of the trivia. See if you're as smart as you think you are when it comes to automobilia trivia. So, it's been almost about a month, guys, and you know, I don't want to say I've been busy, but I haven't been busy with the cars. And there's a reason for that. A couple reasons, actually. Number one, more recently, I lost my job, and things have been pretty tight around here for money, as you can imagine. But on top of that, a lot of the things that I ordered, which as you guys all know, we've been waiting for, and they just have not arrived. And there've been a lot of things, a lot of parts that I've ordered that we really can't move forward without. Otherwise, we're gonna have to do and then undo. And it seems like a lot of work to go forward and then backward and then forward again. So I've been kind of, you know, holding out, you know, hope, you know, that some of these parts were going to come in, but they haven't. And some of these parts include our Holley Terminator X. I ordered this item months and months ago from Holley direct, not from Summit, from Holley. And it's been 6 months, and I've called them repeatedly, and there's no response. I've suggested a refund. They literally laughed at me. So Holley, I'm really not impressed with you guys and your business, your model. I'm not happy at all, and it's a shame because I was really looking forward to using your computer. But unfortunately, without a computer to run this car, we have a big problem, right? I mean, that's the idea behind this, is to have. You know, we have to have a computer. We plan on running a turbo. I mean, yes, you could do carbureted applications, but gosh, you're so limited in that regard. So unfortunately, our Holley is 6 months without seeing it. You know, we've been waiting on brake components and wheel studs and things like that, and you know, flywheels so we can attach the transmission. All of these things ordered, nothing arriving. Everything getting pushed back, pushed back, pushed back. More recently, we were talking about the wheel studs, and we've got the right wheel studs, found them. Been a hard search to find them, got the Dorman number, ordered them from Summit. They were supposed to be in early October, then it was pushed to late October, and now it's been pushed to mid-December, and everything just keeps getting pushed back further and further. And I'm sure some of you are experiencing similar problems with your own parts and things, parcels, just in general. Unless, of course, you're ordering from Amazon, which seems to be able to get everything next day. I don't know how that is. As far as those wheel studs go, I'm just going to throw this out there because maybe you guys can help. Here's the wheel studs. I need 10 of these, and I need 10 of these, and I can't find them anywhere. If you guys can find them, and you know where I can get them, either fast myself or you can get them and get them to me and I'll pay you. Just let me know. Let's work something out, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm finding it impossible to find these things. Parts and pieces are hard to come by right now, and I'm not sure there's any end in sight, to be honest. However, I do want to give you guys some good news, and one of the great things is one of our brake components did come in. And I want to give a big shout out to Tyler at Bicknell Racing. And if you guys are circle track guys, you might know Bicknell, but they're circle track. They are the one huge name in circle track racing. And I went and took our old rotor and hat assembly off of the passenger side rear, and I went and I sized it all up, and I went to Bicknell and I dealt with a couple guys there, and they said, geez, that's an old part, man. It's discontinued and they don't make those anymore. But we have one on the shelf somewhere, probably covered in dust. And he says, I'm going to leave it with Tyler. And Tyler, you know, I talked to him a couple months ago and I hadn't heard anything from him. And I thought that was going to be it. That was it. You know, he didn't find it and it was gone because, gosh, you know, some old 20-year-old part has been sitting around collecting dust. I'm sure someone decided to get rid of it. Not to be the case. Tyler contacted me the other week. He said, hey, guess what I found? Our brake hat. So this was a missing piece to the puzzle, right? For the back of Dodgey. We need this to make sure that his rotor is spaced properly So without having to remove the caliper bracket, which I didn't want to do. This keeps it from happening. So we just got to get a rotor for this, which is pretty simple. They're an off-the-shelf item, but this was a treasure hunt, and X marks the spot. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you so much, Tyler, from Bicknell. As far as what I've been up to for the last couple weeks, some of you guys might know this. Maybe I don't know if you guys do. I like to carve and paint things. If you follow along, and this time of year around Halloween, I always go into a bit of a thing about carving pumpkins. I love to carve pumpkins, but this year in particular, because not being employed, carving pumpkins needed to be more of a business venture. So I try to make a little bit of extra cash on the side, and I carved up a couple pumpkins. So here's a couple of the pumpkins that I carved up over the last couple weeks. Believe it or not, 4 of these pumpkins ended up in the same pumpkin carving contest for people trying to pass them off as their own. As far as the vehicles go, Judy, last you guys saw, I did a repair on her exhaust where 2 parts of her exhaust meet, and I just used a bunch of gasket maker. Guess how long that lasted? Maybe 50 kilometers, maybe. But gosh, while it lasted, the difference in how quiet she was like night and day. So I actually went out, I went and found another one of the right gaskets. You guys remember this? We replaced this last winter, and the flange between on Judy's exhaust there is a little warped, and because of that, it ends up blowing this gasket out. So we're this time, attempt number 3 on Judy's exhaust. We're gonna do this with a little mix of the silicone gasket maker and see if we can make a hybrid and hopefully seal it up, because it's so loud when it's open, and when it's closed, I got a taste of it, guys. We can't go with that right now. It's got to be done. So I got that, and also got some oil and a filter for Judy to give her an oil change. Also, Louise, we had Louise back. She's been driving. She started making a funny noise in the back. After we got her back from the safety, and I know we better take a look back there. I take a look back at the back passenger side wheel, and this is what I find. The wheel nuts had come loose and had virtually sheared off the wheel studs. Now, this is just after getting it safetied. Turns out the wheel nuts that were on Louise when we first bought her were for a aluminum set of wheels. She obviously has steel wheels on her hubcaps right now, and because of that, those wheel nuts actually managed to loosen themselves off to a point where it started tearing up the wheel studs, oblonging the wheel holes. Big disaster. Could have been dangerous. Thank goodness, we stopped and checked it out and before driving it on it any further. But we noticed it out on the 401 between Dresden and Windsor. So that was scary. That was scary. And what's scarier is that I wasn't the one who tightened those down. So I feel like I always have to double check things and do like things myself, because that's scary, driving with the kids in the car. But I don't want to bore you guys with that stuff. Today's going to be a short video. This was just catching up and letting you guys know where we're at and what's going on. And just to let you know that I'm still moving forward. There isn't much content. I don't want to push content on you guys that's, I don't want to do stuff to undo it just to make a video so you guys can spend 15 minutes watching me drop an engine in and pull an engine out. I don't think that you guys want to watch that. So, I'm going to, space out the videos a little bit more now as kind of parts, if they come in or as things come up, we can do that. Obviously, I'm going to be doing body work on the car, on the body panels and stuff over the next couple weeks. But again, watching me sand body panels is something that I can squeeze into maybe half of a quarter of a video for you guys in a couple weeks time. You guys are gonna hear it sounds like popcorn next to me, the hot water tank's going. But so as far as how fast trivia goes, last video's question was, what is the significance of 40 in the name of Ford's race car, the GT40? Your options were A, the car was 40 inches wide. B, only 40 examples were made. C, the car was launched in 1940. Or D, the car was 40 inches high. And a bunch of you guys got it correct, and the answer was D, the car was only 40 inches high. So as far as this week's question for the How Fast Trivia is, in which Californian town is it illegal to jump from a car which is traveling at more than 60 miles per hour? Is it A, Sonora, B, Barstow, C, Glendale, or D, Bishop? I look forward to hearing you guys' comments and questions. If you're looking to get in touch with me, get me at howfast10@gmail.com. And I really do want to hear from you guys. Please write to me. Let me know what you think. I'll catch up with you next time. Find out how fast we can make this car go.